Old school Runescape is now on Steam, and Hi-Rez listing teases new unannounced game. All that and more, my name's Ethos, and these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Coming in at number 5, old school Runescape is new again on Steam, that is. Jagex fulfilled its promise last month, delivering cross-platform play with users of a dedicated client and mobile app, while also celebrating OSRS's 8th birthday, with the game having launched in February 22nd, 2013. As part of this birthday celebration, you can chat with the Duke of Lumbridge to help him contain an outbreak of monkeys from Ape Atoll, who are going bananas all over town. Taking care of this monkey business will give you a brand new banana wearable, and additionally you can obtain a banana cape, which also comes with its own monkey-based emote. As for the Steam launch itself, you can receive 20 achievements, 15 trading cards, 6 badges, and 5 emoticons from the game at its new home, and there's launch-exclusive content for players who become members through Steam. Coming in at number 4, Riot Games' next expansion for Legends of Runeterra, Empires of the Ascended, is right around the corner, going live on March the 3rd. This will add over 110 new cards to the mix, and it's based off of the desert region of Shurima. Riot also outlined its new progression system for the expansion, Champion Mastery, in a blog post earlier this week. It's just what it sounds like, a champion-specific progression system that rewards you for your playing skill with a particular champion. Each level you gain grants you a sort of mastery crest that displays on your versus screen when inspecting a deck or when expanding your champion for viewing. And coming in at number 3, last April, Sony offered 4 free games for PlayStation 4 users as part of their Play at Home program, as a way to keep people at home and entertained as the COVID-19 pandemic ramped up. Even though things are looking a little bit brighter on that front, Sony is bringing back the program in 2021, offering free games and more over the coming months. The 2021 Play at Home campaign will see multiple free releases for PlayStation fans from March through June. Starting March 1st and running through till the end of the month, the PS4 version of Ratchet & Clank will be free on the PlayStation Store to download and keep forever. Released in 2016 by Insomniac Games, Ratchet & Clank was the reimagining of the series' first entry, which launched on PlayStation 2 in 2002. The next game in the series, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, is scheduled to launch June the 11th for PlayStation 5. In addition, on March 25th, you'll be able to enjoy an extended new subscriber trial for the anime streaming platform Funimation for the United States, Canada, the UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand, or its equivalent in most of Western or North Europe, Waka Animation. The 14-day free trial for both services will be extended for an additional 90 days. This offer will be available for a limited time, with more details to follow. And coming in at number 2, this week on Twitter, Hi-Rez's CEO, Stuart Chasm, dropped a tweet letting everyone know there are several job openings at the various companies under Hi-Rez's umbrella. For those of you who may not follow the company closely, Hi-Rez itself took up more of a publisher position a good while back, spinning off several companies under its umbrella, each of which handle a development of a specific game. For instance, Titan Forge Games is responsible for Smite, while First Watch Games handles Rogue Company. Now, while peeking at these listings posted, we've noticed 2 things. First, Red Beard Games, which still doesn't have a game title associated to it, has openings for several positions to work on an unannounced game. Based on those listings, we know that whatever is being created is being done in Unreal 4. We did a quick search for trademarks, and the most recent thing that came up was the mention of something titled Divine Knockout that was trademarked a year ago. So maybe there's a fighting game in the works? The other thing we noticed was the big unannounced at the bottom of the page with 3 listings under it. Now, if you pay attention to the formatting, you'll notice that with the exception of publishing right on top, the big bold entries are saved for the company names. Add to the fact that each company at Hi-Rez handles a single game, and it looks like another company and game may be on its way. Whatever that game is also appears to be in development with Unreal 4, and based off of the requirements for the job listings, it's set to be a competitive multiplayer game, which honestly isn't a stretch considering what Hi-Rez is known for. At this point, it could be another team shooter, but we're not really certain about that because they already have Paladins and Rogue Company. That said, there are a wide range of additional shooter types, like maybe a looter shooter, so anything's really possible. We'll keep our eyes out on this and keep you updated when we have more. And coming in at number 1, your biggest story of the week, Genshin Impact has made a boatload of money, and it's been well documented. Now, keeping that cash cow going is going to be expensive work. The CEO saying that the company would need to spend $200 million per year to support the game and keep things going. Overall, the company's revenue in 2021 was about $774 million USD. Now, while these numbers are pretty ambitious, the most insane figure is probably the one regarding the game's future goals. It looks like the CEO, Chai Hao, sorry if I butchered the name, wants to create, and I'm not kidding, a virtual world in which 1 billion people worldwide are willing to live. We'd have to think that he means traditional way most MMOs count their player base, total accounts made, rather than actively, currently, or monthly players, which would be just ridiculous when you think of a game like World of Warcraft only topping out at about 12 million active players for a brief period of time. But considering Genshin Impact's current popularity, MiIO's plan to produce even more games, and general factors like increased population and overall popularity of gaming throughout the 2020s, maybe there's a shred of possibility that MiIO could land the 1 billion total player count across multiple games in just under a decade. That said, Genshin Impact will cool down eventually, and there's no guarantee that successor games will be just as popular. But if you're going to shoot for the moon, you might as well do it while you're still on top of the world. And that moves us to the question of the week. With Hi-Rez teasing an unannounced game that they're working on, let me know in the comment section below what type of game do you think it is. Probably going to be a multiplayer game. My guess is going to be a sort of like looter shooter MMO game, but let me know what you think the game's going to be in the comment section below. And those are your top 5 stories for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out mmobomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name's Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.